Welcome back to In the Pocket Sports. Today we got one of the rising stars out of Coppell High School, Isaiah Witherspoon, junior defensive back, wearing the number 31. This young man's story is about resilience, leadership, and growth. From switching sports as a kid to dealing with personal loss to now becoming one of the most promising players in the DFW area. Isaiah, welcome to In the Pocket Sports, man. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. Appreciate y'all for having me.
You know, you've had a big year on and off the field, man, and we're going to dig into all of that.
Yeah.
But first, let's kind of rewind a little bit. Let's go back. All right, so let's start at the beginning. When did you first fall in love with sports, period?
Man, I say like when I was like a younger age, when I was playing basketball, my dad was like pushing me a lot, trying to get me to hoop, but I like football the most. So I'm going to say I was playing football about like 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah, young age, yes, sir.
Okay, so from what I understand, you were playing soccer,
all that, yes, sir.
Football,
yes, sir.
Basketball, right?
Yeah, T-ball too.
T-ball, okay. How long did you play baseball?
I think it was only a year. I played it with my sister or something, so it was just like some little youth program,
Gotcha.
sir.
So you fell in love with football. Football, it was the best sport for you at that point. Like that was the most fun for you.
Of course, yes, sir. I always had a passion for football, yes, sir.
So did you carry on with football?
Yeah, I'm still playing it right now.
I mean, from that point, like from 5, 6 years old.
No, I was doing a little hooping, here and there, but I had to give up on them dreams. You can't be a 5'10" point guard, 5'11" point guard.
Well, rumor has it that my mom was like, nah, he's too small. Let's take him out of football for right now.
I had to make the move, I was like, let's be realistic, let's just go play football. You ain't going to the league playing basketball at this height. So I just had to be realistic with it.
I mean, early on, like when you were...
Yeah, this like 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 7th grade, you made the decision at that point, like, nah, I'm about to go play football.
Yeah, I knew I had to kill those dreams a little bit, snap into reality.
I got you, man. So what about it is what grasped you so early on to be like, nah, that's my sport right there?
They had me at every position in middle school. They had me at DN. I was making plays. I just knew I was athletic enough to play football, and I chose that,
Okay. Now, first of all, what do they call you, man? What's your nickname?
Zay.
Yes, sir. All right. So what else helps keep Zay grounded?
So really just me being passionate about the game, like this football stuff is a lifestyle, you got to take it off the field. You got to go hit the gym after you hit practice, training with Claymac, I'm training with pros, Jamal Adams. Like we see all these pro guys on the screen. I'm training with them in the off season, all types of stuff. So just me seeing those bigger players, like I want to continue in that footsteps, as they be grinding, I'm grinding right behind them, at this young age.
So with that grind, I understand you may have gone to a couple of camps and shown your stuff, some showcase camps?
Yes, sir.
How'd those go for you?
I went to TCU, SMU. I got invited to Texas Tech. It's just getting me, interest with other colleges, so where I can make that next step at. But yeah, they looking into me. I'm waiting on them offers to come through. I only got one right now from UTSA. They offered me in the spring, but it's going good right now. The recruitment well.
Well, that's huge. In the spring, you were a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got your first D1 offer as a sophomore.
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations, man. Keep working. What did you take away from like competing at those camps? Because at some of those camps, you have, juniors, seniors. You even have JUCO sometimes at those camps.
Yes, sir.
Like, how did you compete with those grown men?
I just want to say, like, it's like a personality. When you stepping on the field, you got to act like you that boy. Like, get on the field, handle your business. It's all confidence when you in DB, because when you lose your confidence, you ain't playing no more. So I just say I played with confidence when I was younger, knowing I can strap you or guard you, because last year's season, I was guarding all the seniors for practice, giving them those reps. So I'm already knowing what I'm finna get as I play other people.
Okay. And is this your first year varsity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how's it going so far?
It's going good. I'm just trying to get more film. Uh, I got I got like 5 PBUs right now. Just trying to get my stats up.
What you previously said, like
Mhm.
that transition from JV to varsity,
Mhm.
wasn't that big of a deal for you because of
It wasn't.
your receivers.
Yes, sir.
They prepped you
Yeah, they
well for
prepped
that.
me. Yes, sir.
All right, that's what they're supposed to do. Good job.
Mhm.
Good. So, what is it like playing for Coppell?
It's good. It's a brotherhood, but it's also like a bond. We all play together as a team because we all trying to have one goal, and that is to win. So we trying to go for state right now. I'm not gonna lie, and we gonna try to keep going.
What's your current record?
I think we 6-1 right now. Yeah,
6-1.
6-1. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
We
All right.
lost a
So
guy.
you're what?
We
You
lost a guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
lost a guy. So
yeah.
you guys are what? Sitting number 2 in that district
Yes, I think so.
to
Yes, sir.
Gaia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What part of your game are you most proud of?
I say my mechanics. I got real good mechanics. I train. I say my footwork. Yes, sir. Mechanics.
How do you focus on that training, knowing that that's one of the biggest assets to have as a DB? How do you focus on that training, and what do you do for that preparation?
Because as a DB, you got to pull out like multiple combos. Like you got to press. You got to be off man. So I just take my training well to perform those in the game.
Okay. Do you go to a particular trainer?
Yes, sir. Claymac.
Shout him out.
Claymax skills. He the best in Dallas. I think everybody on here probably know him. I train with Flight too. Flight skills. Yes, sir.
So if I ask your teammates
Mhm.
to describe you in the locker room, like, how would they describe you in the locker room?
I say they think I'm a leader. I'm passionate about the game. I'm willing to go hard no matter what. In every aspect of my life, I'm trying to go hard.
What's your method of leadership? How do you show them that you are a leader to follow?
Just going hard. I think when you see your teammates go hard, you're gonna want to come right behind them, not go half-fast, and go hard with them.
So your action is your leadership method.
Yes, sir.
Are you a verbal type of guy?
Of course, I'll correct the guy if I see him going lazy. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, let's go."
So you're that
We in that
teammate that's
mode.
going to hold your teammate accountable.
Of course, yes, sir.
How do you feel when your teammates hold you accountable for something?
I think it's perfect. If I'm holding you accountable, you hold me accountable. That's how we win.
Now, you mentioned how your dad had you grinding,
Hmm.
how some of the things that he instilled in you early on. Tell me about your dad.
Man, my dad was like a real pushing person. Like I feel like he taught me at a young age, like what is from right and wrong, and I just like always kept that with me, like in the back of my head. So like if I know I'm going lazy, I just get that little back thing in my head where it's like, what would he want me to be doing right now? Like I know he'll be wanting me to go 100% for him, and that's what I'm doing.
And that's the mindset that kind of drives you into being, one of the top dogs on there, man. I'm telling you, I watched your sophomore film, man.
Mhm.
You got the dog in you, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it. I
Appreciate
can't
you.
wait to see more of you this junior season.
Yes, sir.
So when you put on that Coppell jersey,
Mhm.
like what does it mean to you? Represent your school, your family, your community. Like, how does all of that kind of plays in a part of your dad steering you one way,
Mhm.
your mentality from that driving it? How does all of that tie in together? And when you put on that jersey, how does that make you feel?
Man, it makes me feel like I'll say if I'm doing anything in football, it just makes me like want to go hard. Like whether any type of jersey, like if I'm playing football, I'm going hard no matter what. That's just what it is.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Are there any coaches or mentors that you like to kind of shout out?
Yes, sir. I'll
Um,
say Coach Wiley, my head coach right now. He's like a mentor to me. We had problems here in the past. And he always just brought me back to where I'm supposed to be, and I just love that. It feels like a little family bond at Coppell. Yes, sir.
Your dad pushing you in your brain, right? Your mentor, Coach Wiley,
Yes, sir.
pushing you now. When you do get off track, or if you get off track, like, how do you bring yourself back?
Man, I say I do it like I try to iterate what I do it for, like what I'm passionate about this game for, and that's really just to make my family happy and like get them financially stable when I'm helping my whole family with this football stuff. Because you can make a lot of money in this. So I just say I get that thought about my dad, and it just makes me want to go harder because he was our person who provided for us, and we don't got that no more, unfortunately. But that's where I go hard for, and that's how I retract myself to keep going.
Is there a motto or a quote or anything or saying that either one of them have given you that you live by?
I got a lot of quotes from my dad, but I feel like main thing he told me was closed mouths don't get fed. So you always gotta, you know, be on top of your stuff. Yes, sir.
So what's your biggest goal for the season? What's your biggest goal for the team and individually?
Really, I'm just trying to stack days on days, I say I want my film to be great so I can get all these scholarships in the spring, stuff like that. So I want to have a good season to get offered scholarships, For the team, I say I'm just trying to win state. Like, I feel like that's everybody's mindset right now. We all just trying to win, do it all together.
Yeah. So if you could look right into the camera and talk to the schools, coaches, recruiters, where you're trying to get these offers you're talking about
Yes,
from,
sir.
what would you tell them?
I just tell them that I'm a playmaker. When you gonna get me, you gonna get a real DB, and I'm really like that. That's about it. I don't really got much else to say. Just do this. Play football, put my head down.
How are you in school right now?
I'm on all 8 honor roll right now, so grades on point right now.
What's your overall GPA?
I think I got a 3.5, 3.7, something like that. Yes, sir.
All right, Zay, let's wrap it up in the pocket style, man. Quick hits, fast answers.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Favorite hype song before a game?
Who I do it for? I think it's YF and Lucy or something like that.
YF and Lucci.
Yeah.
All right. What's your go-to meal after a win?
Whataburger. We gotta fade that. Yes, sir. I feel like that's every Texas school team.
What's your favorite NFL or college DB to watch?
I'm gonna have to say Jalen Ramsey. I like how he's physical. That's kind of who I relate my game to. I like to put hands on, sir.
Okay, that's a good choice. Who's been the toughest receiver to guard?
I ain't meet him yet.
I love it. I love it. What's your dream college program?
I want to go to like Miami or like LSU or something like that. Yes, sir.
So why are those two the first two that comes to your mind?
Just the culture behind the programs, like LSU, they got the whole culture behind that whole program. That's basically the whole state's team.
DBU.
Love to play behind that, yes, sir. And multiple pros behind that too, like Tyrann Matthew, all types of little DBs, sir.
We're gonna hope they get rid of Kelly before you get up there. Who's your funniest teammate?
My funniest teammate, his name's Tyrell. He's stupid, man.
Shout him out.
Tyrell Roberson.
What number?
He wear number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, sir.
All right. So from you, give me one word that describes that.
I'm that. I don't know. THAT.
Now give me one word your teammates would describe you with.
Just a playmaker, on the field making plays.
All right, so man, it seems like you have a very outgoing personality, right?
Yes, sir.
Does that ever come out on the field? Do you showcase it?
Of course, I don't really talk too much, but when I make a play, I'm gonna be in your ear for sure.
How does that help you in regards to that intimidation factor or the factor of just getting someone out the game?
I feel like me personally, I feel like it gets you hot a little bit. Like when you make a play on the field, you keep going after that. It's just momentum change, you know. After I make a play, if I'm talking my stuff, I'm gonna be like that for the rest of the game. No one can stop it.
Do you know where that line is?
Where?
Ah, the line that you may cross before a penalty. Do you know where to
Oh,
stop? Do you know how to
yeah, I'm gonna always play it
control?
safe, you know. I'm gonna make sure the ref ain't hearing me, but I'm gonna be talking my stuff.
It's gonna be direct.
Of course.
Nice. All right, man. Isaiah Witherspoon, Zay, Coppell High School, class of 2027. A true leader, a student of the game, and a young man who's turned pain into purpose. From flag football to Friday night lights, this story is still being written. Isaiah, we appreciate you for stepping in the pocket, man, and sharing your journey. Keep pushing, keep leading, keep showing why your name belongs in that D1 conversation.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Good
Yes,
talking to you,
sir.
baby.